How strong is this story? Let's find out. Hello Fanatics, I'm Phillips, and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Stronger, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Tatiana Maslany, and Miranda Richardson. First, we'll tell you what the movie is about, and our initial thoughts. Then we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with some spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Stronger follows the true story of Jeff Bauman, an ordinary man who becomes a symbol for hope after surviving the Boston Marathon bombing. Overall, this movie is exactly what you'd expect from the trailers, a character-driven drama that hinges on its performances. For what I liked about this film, let's start off with the cast. A story like this is only as good as its cast, and they really hit it out of the park. Jake Gyllenhaal does an outstanding performance here. Although it isn't his greatest performance in my opinion, I still believe that he will get some great Oscar consideration. But the standout to me is Tatiana Maslany, who proves with this role that she wasn't a one-hit wonder with Orphan Black. Aside from the cast, the film does a great job with its direction and editing, as it takes real-life news footage and blends it seamlessly with the fictional retelling in this story. It's such a recent event that adding those news stories that we had seen on TV a couple of years ago makes this story even more relatable. And for a dramatic piece, I was blown away by the CGI done on his legs. However, this film does run a little long, and the story drags in the middle. I think there isn't enough development for the characters before the actual incident to make the aftermath as impactful as it could have been. Yes, we invest in these characters and we feel bad for their situations, but I just wanted to see a little bit more of the before rather than the after. The story isn't as impactful as it could have been, as it doesn't hit the reluctant hero and PTSD themes as deeply as it could. But this story is as true to real life as it possibly can be. They didn't fictionalize very much in it, and so because of that, it doesn't have fictionalized storytelling elements thrown in, which makes it drag a little bit, because real life isn't always like a story. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now, it's time for spoilers. First off, did anyone else find that Tatiana Maslany boob shot a little unnecessary? I feel like it was just thrown in there because they already had the higher rating because of the gory scenes of the actual bombing, so they thought, hey, let's throw some mild nudity in there too. Aside from that, there isn't really much to spoil about this movie. It's a real event, and on top of that, it only happened a couple of years ago, so it's so recent in our minds that there isn't really anything that we wouldn't know just from looking up on Wikipedia. And the best scenes to me were the elevator PTSD scene, the depiction of the actual bombing, the Boston Red Sox inspirational moments montage, and when Jeff finally meets Carlos for the first time. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Stronger is an emotional, character-driven biography that deals with the aftermath of one of America's deadliest bombings in recent history. While the film has nothing new going for it and it only scratches the surface of its themes, the phenomenal performances by its leads make this story stronger. This film could have done a lot more with the PTSD and reluctant hero aspects, but it didn't add any unnecessary fictionalized storytelling elements to make this as real a story as it could have been. So I'm gonna give Stronger an 8. Thanks everybody for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Stronger? Or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of the story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Phillips, and this has been the Film Fanatic Review. If you liked this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out our latest Worth the Watch video where we recap and review Season 3 of Adult Swim's Rick and Morty. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. And until next time, Fanatics, keep it real.